Good morning, Alpha Traders. We are live. What's going on in the markets? Let's all sound excited like we know what's happening. That's what makes good streaming content. Just got to make sure you sound like you know what you're talking about. I see a lot of bimbos out there talking about the markets. They act like they know. Do they really, though? Don't know. Don't know. Don't know most of them. The way they go at the markets, I like it that way. I don't like to know the people I slay on the other side of my trades. Makes me feel better. Makes me feel better. Oh, funny. It's a great thing about being in tanks. Jesus. Yeah, I went dark. It's okay. It's early. I haven't had my coffee. Fuck. We live in a crazy world, folks. Yes, we do. It is crazy. Don't venture out much. Let's see. A little pre-market action. Netflix had a wild swing yesterday. I mean wild. You guys want to see what a wild swing looks like? Hold on here. Extended trading hours. There's that wild swing. All right, on earnings. All right, this is right before close. Right, so it gave the effect, that people are not happy, right? Had a nice little sell-off right before close. After hours, literally, let's see, had the call right about here, so went sideways. The call was at 6 p.m. Eastern. But look at that after the market closed. I mean, this thing just ripped to the top side. Ripped to the top side. Crazy. Did this on a 4-hour. Look at that. Pretty wild. Pretty wild. What a nice move. Okay, you want out? Let me let out this big wolf. You want out, little wolf? Come on. Come on. I know. Let's go. You're not so little, are you? Go, girl. Go on. Go get them coyotes. Go gobble up a coyote. I've been having a lot of coyotes out here lately.
Oh, fun.
Oh, yeah, right. Little coy dogs. The coy dogs are in town. My big Anatolians ran them off a few times. They just keep coming back. Well, I mean, we got a bunch of chickens next door and stuff. They're hunting, man. They're looking for some animals to eat. It's all right. So, yeah, anyway, Netflix. Crazy move on the earnings. So, we'll see what happens. Because go back over here. Take a look at the dollar. Dollar is up in. It hasn't been able to get in its weekly range, right? Tested it several times since the beginning of the week. You can see it just, boom, bouncing off. Just couldn't even close one 15-minute candle, but then rejected immediately right back down outside of it. Now the dollar on the daily just hitting the first standard deviation normal distribution. That's a blue cross line right here. But up inside the weekly range. Here's the bottom of the weekly, center of the weekly, top of the weekly. Top of the weekly range is at the 95 for Laplace distribution range. I see that getting hit. If this can stabilize up here above the 1SD, it's rejecting right now, right? But obviously we got 27 minutes until the market open. Let's see what's happening. Everything that was up pre-market, I'll look at Netflix, but yeah, pulling back down. Let's see, SPY was definitely up a little higher, probably right around 390, I believe. Starting to pull back a little bit. We'll see what happens with this dollar. We will. What's going on with the VIX? VIX is rising a little bit. Had a little pump yesterday. Pulled back though by the end of the day. And we were literally talking about SPY. Right, we were talking about this move on SPY. Me and P-Funk were in the Discord, at least talking about it. Looking at the charts. Pretty much told everybody this thing was going to start running, and it did at the end of the day. Now, obviously, we had this little pullback, but yeah, it did exactly what the charts were showing it was going to do. So yeah, it's good. You got to trust the alpha charts, man. That's the point where you get to. At first, it's a lot of people come from traditional technical analysis. You'll start looking at the charts, and as soon as you don't see something, usually you don't understand, you might revert back to the old ways, And usually the old ways got you into the position you're into today, which is not a very profitable trader. That's what a lot of position people are in. That's why everybody's always looking for an edge, right? Everybody wants an edge. A lot of people just want signals. What kind of, those aren't the people I'm reaching out to. Even though embedded within every one of our streams, there's a ton of signals if you just listen. So yeah, you got to trust these alpha trading indicators. These specifically, very powerful. Very powerful indeed. Yeah, Netflix pulling back a little bit. I mean, its high pre-market was about 335, I think. It's pulled back a tiny bit. So obviously that earnings call, the investors liked it. I'll have to listen to it later. See exactly what they said. Probably gave a good forecast, which is what I've noticed. Doesn't really matter on the earnings. It's always the forecast. What are we forecasting for you investors? Definitely liked it. Thing's up there, man. That thing is up there. Came flying out of the dungeon at close. That gave me I saw that on the close and I was like, okay. This baby, especially if the VIX rises, this baby's going to dump out. Probably could see 300 or something. Man, that thing flipped around real fast. Literally did my God. Let's look at that percentage move on the slow time frame here. Especially wick to wick. Yeah, man, 10%. 10% quick pop, 15-minute candle. Right after the close. It's pretty nice. Somebody was excited. Went all in. Let's pull up, since we're waiting on this traditional market, we go over to crypto here real quick. Check out these crypto charts. Anybody making a move? Obviously, Bitcoin's back over 21K after a little dippy poo. What's Solana doing down here? Down a little bit, down around 21.3. Is anything really sticking out though? I've been noticing Grayscale, right? Grayscale's been going up slowly. Slow climb. Up 5.82% today, back up to 11.46. Remember, boy, that thing was crushed at like 7 or something, if I remember correctly. A lot of sell-off. Got Atom up 2%. Bonk's making a move. Bonk. When I say 3% move on Bonk, yeah, it's nothing, man. That thing's wild. So yeah, it's just floating up. All these assets, I don't care what they are, they definitely have a positive drift in the markets. So yeah, just got to know when to play those moves, right? Warlord loves it. Where's he at? Is he in here? Don't believe so. No. Got old P-Funk, though. Let's see. Who else we got? All right. We got Jeff. We got Time to Fly. Of course, Yasha. Nice. And let's see. We got I don't really know how to pronounce it, but he is the BLVK God. So, all right. That's what I'm talking about. We have attracted a God. That's what I like. Let's see here. Let's go to this 4-hour. See if anything's setting up here. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, man, that flip freaking started having that outlier. Wow. Big 4-hour outlier. That was tricky, man. Whoa, tricky. And the thing is, on the returns oscillator, it definitely did not set up any. You're usually going to see some bear div or hidden bear, or obviously you're not going to get any hidden bear, but the fact there's no bear div setting up, it did on the Z-score of log returns. But returns oscillator, now higher highs, man. Higher highs. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, every one of them. Boom, this latest move. Now, the Fisher. Fisher's another thing. You see these Fishers turn down on this 4-hour. Look out. Look out for Netflix. Volatility's on a slow expand here, too. Just correlations breaking. At least it broke right at the end of the day. Now, obviously, as soon as this market opens, this thing's going to flip positive. There's no doubt. You're probably going to see this new 4-hour candle just pop. I would think the volatility's probably going to pop to at least 50%. Little positively correlated action. The entropy, the predictor's probably going to flip as well because that is a hell of a move. I mean, this thing is going to open pretty damn high. It's starting to climb back down a little bit. I wouldn't be shocked at all if it just just bottomed out again. Shake some people up. We know what these markets like to do. Let me turn that back off now. No, we'll keep it on. Let's see. What else can we take? Let's pop up Bitcoin. Let's see what Bitcoin's up to. Yeah, man.
Good things. Good things.
Yeah, you got the 4-hour Z-score finally made its way all the way. We showed this yesterday too, right? It's below the 99% confidence interval, starting to work its way back out. Is there any divs? There is no divs. I like the fishers. They're all up above the mean of the deviation bands. You can't get any more random price action than what we're seeing right now. And so if you're on YouTube, you're new in the chat, whatever, if you've always wanted to understand trend, there is one indicator that is going to tell you about trend. That's entropy, right? Entropy is going to tell you about randomness and trend. A lot of people out there like to talk about when things are in trend, but they really don't know. They just think because the data set is flying, right, that it is trending. Well, the entropy will tell you. The entropy will tell you when it's trending. And when it goes blue, look out, man, because you're going to get some moves. And when you understand how to use entropy with volatility, game on. Game on. And everybody knows who's been watching these streams. All the indicators over here, except variance, I use for divergence between price action and log returns. Not price action and relative strength index. Not price action in stochastic. Not price action in MACD. That is worthless. Worthless divergence reads. If people haven't figured that out yet, I can't help them. But when we're talking about log returns and price action, look, price action follows the returns. Right? Price action isn't following the relative strength index or the MACD, right? Those are lagging indicators because they're built upon price action. Our indicators that we use for divergence are just built on the log returns. That's why when you see a data set float up like this, look at the log returns. Look at the Z-score on the log return, right? Drops all the way to the bottom side of the confidence intervals and resets. You won't see this like returns oscillator. We're talking... It's a high. It's like 95, probably 95% of the time, if you throw an RSI up against the returns oscillator, it's not going to be showing the divergence that the returns oscillator is. And that's why people are like, well, div's bullshit. Well, if you're using that, if you're using those traditional TA tools, 100% it is. It'll get you wrecked. It will get you wrecked. It's after the fact. It'll show you div after the div is already played out. The returns are making the move first. And so when you get that imbalance in the buy and sell pressure, you know that div's coming. If you've got a workflow, you're able to drop down. It depends on what time frame you're seeing these divs set up. You have to be able to go down through the time frames to know when that divergence on the higher time frame is going to be released and just pop. That's how it works. Right now, when it comes to volatility, I'll run that uphill because volatile reads they will definitely move up, ripple up through the time frames. But when it comes to divergence, especially when you're seeing it up on higher time frames, you have got to be able to drop down through to know when that entry or the exit, right? Because your entries you're going to be getting in on hidden bull div. Your exits you're going to be getting out on hidden bear or bear div. It's just the way it works. At least that's how I play it. And this goes for everything. We got variance too. Variance tells you a lot about when a move's over. Obviously. Because what is variance? And if people don't understand these terms, just Google them. That's what Google's for. Hell, pull out your cell phone. Hey, Siri, what the hell is variance? But anyway. So, when you get variance is the spread of data from the mean. Are you kidding me? Hilarious. Shut up, Siri. My phone turned on. I asked that question and my phone picked it up and Siri's literally telling me what variance was. What a riot. I was like, where is that coming from?
Did it give you a good answer at least?
I turned it. It was turned down pretty low, but I looked over and it had the definition of variance and yeah, it was there. Funny though. So it's just the spread of data from the mean. When that data's done spreading, right? Look at this outlier. Boom, to the top side. As soon as that variance turns down, if you're not out of that trade or taking profit, pretend like this is a 1 minute chart, not a 4 hour, because I'm not trading up here on the 4 hour. I might be looking for divs setting up setting up things like that, looking at is the data set in trend, is it random, what's the volatility doing. But that's not where I'm getting my entries. But yeah, variance, very powerful, very powerful. We love it. You go down on these low time frames, there's a lot of outliers. Look at the variance, right? When the inside line is pink, that's when you're having an outlier. An outlier is a fat tail event within the distribution, right? Fat tail event within the distribution. It's a 95.4% probability move or greater. Now, when we talk about these probabilities, it's not like there's a 95.4% chance this data set's going to pull up to this level. No, there's a 95.4% chance the data set won't go beyond that level. So when you get up to those levels, when you're using our projection boss, right, or like I have over here, I've got the daily and the 4-hour Laplace and normal distribution levels on here. Helps a lot. Helps a tremendous. Let me see something real quick. What am I seeing here? Wow, going up. Netflix going up. I got sidetracked for a sec. Yeah, you might think I'm in a Netflix trade. Let's see here. Is he? Yeah, he is. Might be closing early. So yeah, that's it with the variance. And this is how I personally, all of us alpha traders, we have different charts set up. We have a lot of indicators. Everybody can just pick, what works for you. This works for me. And everybody knows I haven't changed this in a while now. Why? Because it works. If it's not broke, I don't fix it, right? This is a powerful edge for me. No matter what I'm doing, options, futures, whatever, it's powerful. Now in the beginning when we were creating these things, a lot of this, people have been using things of this nature for decades, but options traders, right? Options traders, not retail traders that are just out there bebopping around. They're using traditional TA, 99.9% of them are, right? Because that's the echo chamber. This is what you need to learn to trade these markets. Are you starting to see the industry-wide scam that's going on? Because that's not the way the big algos trade the markets. And that's what you're up against. The big algos use volatility, entropy, probabilities, statistics. Plain and simple, they use math. And a lot of traditional TA indicators, they're built on poor math, let alone built on price action. Throw that crap out the window, right? If you've been using it, hey, maybe you win a trade every once in a while, but show me your P&L. Show me your P&L, and then we'll discuss getting you involved with these alpha trading indicators because, yeah, that's what I always ask people. Most people won't show their P&L because it's embarrassing. They might be on socials bragging, oh, I just got this big move, man. I got this. Most of them haven't even taken profit yet. Most people are already like hitting the socials with the trade. They haven't even taken their profit yet. That's what's even more sick. So they're in a position, it's going good, they're showing things, oh look, ooh, I'm in all this profit. Take it. Take your profit then. Right. That's the biggest problem with retail traders. You guys never take your profits. You just let it ride. You're like, oh no, it's gonna go higher. It's greed, man. It's greed. Fear and greed. Right? It's crazy. Crazy. Especially if you're in a bad position. What are you doing? You just fucking gonna have a pity party and watch your money just disappear? Get out of the trade. That's all you got to do. Move on. Let it go. It's all you got to do. Go ahead, Yasha. Hold on for a second. I got to go out here.
No, I was just going to say, it's absolutely the case that people do not take their profits enough and they let it ride too often. And it's just like, well, then, consider yourself an investor and not a trader, because the whole point of trading is to take gains on a regular basis and consistently. And the way you do that is by making relatively fast trades, whether you're trading intraday or whatever. We personally like to trade intraday and low time frames at that, because, well, especially when you're dealing with volatile assets these days, everything is a volatile asset. And by everything, I mean not just crypto and not just, Bitcoin and altcoins of the crypto market, but commodities and stocks and Forex. They are all volatile these days. Commodities, sure, is usually less volatile, and Forex sometimes is less volatile, but even those these days are quite volatile, given the current state of global economic affairs, or not just in the U.S., but really in every market around the world. And so staying in trades long term is a very risky proposition, unless you have a 4-year or an 8-year or a 12-year or whatever 20-year outlook, in which case you're an investor, you're not a trader. Traders are people who are in and out of trades quickly, and they're filling up little buckets of profit every day, because that's how they stack up massive gains at the end of the day, and the week, and the month, and the year. And so that's kind of the method we use, and that's why we always say, take your profits early and often. Limit your losses, so you're not stuck in trades that are going the wrong way against you and eating away your capital. And of course, don't be emotionally attached to your trades. I mean, those are the 3 basic rules of trading that anybody should know, but all too often people do not know, and they all get into these like psychological games. And how do you try? What are psychology trading strategies? The only psychology trading strategy you need is what we just said. Don't be emotionally attached to your trade. Like, take your profits and limit your loss. That's it. If anything, let your psychology be addicted to winning trades and avert everything else. Just absolutely don't be in trades where you're losing, and don't get hung up on trades just because you like the asset or some silly nonsense. And frankly, if you like an asset, unless you're a good trader, you probably shouldn't trade it. You might want to hold it as an investor, but you probably shouldn't trade it, because then you'll have feelings, and feelings will get you wrecked. Why do I say that? Because the markets are run by bots, massive, extremely expensive, multi-million dollar, practically billion-dollar bots at extremely powerful HFT firms and algo shops. And they are not running on emotions, and they are not running on silly chart art. They're running on maths, and they're cold, and they don't have any emotions, and they get in and they get out faster than you can click a button. So if you think that they're sitting there, crying over losses in trades, you're wrong. That's not how they trade. They trade, robotically. And you need to think like that if you want to be a profitable scalper running manual trades. You can still win most of your trades by doing that, even if you can't trade at a millionth of a second, right? But you can still run with the algos, knowing what direction they're going, given the information that is visible on the VEPS. We have the best VEPS tools in the business, in fact, at least in the retail space. In fact, we pretty much have the only VEPS suite.
I was about to say, nobody's building these, man.
Yeah, I mean, those that are, they certainly aren't going to help you learn how to use it well. And if there is even still another group that does this, I can assure you from our experience with other groups that attempted to do something similar, they were not friendly. They do not want to help people. They are proud of the fact that they're the opposite of friendly, let's just say. But we want people to know how to do this, because we are frankly sick of seeing people get wrecked, making bad decisions, and it's nice to be able to help people learn how to do this, frankly. So yeah, that's why we take profits early and often. There you go.
Yeah,
to say about that.
It's like you're either a Sith or you're a Jedi.
Yes.
Siths are very emotional beings.
Yes.
Where, hey, if you're going to use any emotion at all, I mean, it's love the decisions that you make. It's all a learning experience anyway, especially if trading. If you get in a bad position, this is the biggest problem with people, I think, in general today. Everybody's so hard on themselves. Man, we're all learning. I don't give a shit if you're digging ditches or trading the markets. You're learning. It's a learning process. If you make a mistake, most people get upset with themselves instead of be going, "Oh, that was a great learning experience right there. Never do that again." And you put a positive spin on it. It's hard. I'm not saying it's easy to do, because the emotions are very powerful, very powerful. But when you learn how to curb those emotions, especially in trading, it's a whole different ball game, because you're not afraid. You recognize immediately, yeah, that was a bad entry. Yep, I should get out. Because you don't know what these markets are going to do, right? That's why we have these indicators, especially when that price action's random. When you start dropping into trend, you get a better idea, right? You get a better idea what's happening. I don't care what time frame, the minute, the daily, the weekly, it doesn't matter. When that entropy starts trending, that baby's going to move. That data set is going to move. And then you need to look at the variance, right? We have an outlier. Are we going to have a fat tail event? They happen all the time. Plenty of outliers all over the place. Plenty of outliers, and we like it. Yeah, a lot of people, I'm sure this is new to a lot of folks. which is fine. It was new to us 5 years ago, right? But we just keep plugging away. And there was times it's just like, oh my God, this is hard. But if you just keep working at it, it all comes in. It all comes clear. One day you'll be able to set yourself up a chart, a real edge, something you can really trust and count on. Yeah, that's what we're doing here at Alpha Trading. Yes, sir. So Bitcoin, and I was just showing right here. This is interesting. I mean, definitely setting up some hidden bull div here on Bitcoin on the 15-minute. So 33 doing. Yeah, same. Starting to set up some hidden bull. 3 of the 4 fishers are up. Coming out of trend though. That little trend on the 33-minute we had right there. Let me see here. Yeah, this, I'll tell you what, if this volatility expands hard right here in 33, and this thing's going to dump out a little bit though. What was that volatility doing on the 15? Kind of flat overall. And that's what you'll learn to do too. When you get like a volatility set like this, you really got to look at it overall. What's it doing, right? What is it doing? So, man, it's just erratic as hell, but flat for the most part. You got a couple little volatile little outliers up here, up into like I don't know, hell, that was 100% right there on that candle, and that was negatively correlated. All right, went significant. Look at that 15-minute candle just bloop, pulled back on that one. But you can see in just the data set, it was running along the top, the 95 for Laplace distribution range for 3 15-minute candles. Bam, wick to it, bam, wick to it, bam. So what is that telling you? Like I said before, there was a 95.4% chance any of these 15-minute candles close above that line. Did they? No, none of them did. And they actually pulled right back down to the 68.3 Laplace. Because it's the same. So if you get above, say you get above this level, then the probabilities are there's a 95.4% chance that candle pulls back to that range. Just like there was a 68.3% chance we got this wick and this candle pulled back and closed down here by the 68.3 Laplace. That's how the probabilities work. It's all math driven. The algos definitely run off this stuff. How do we know that? Just because analyzing the markets, seeing the data set movements. It's a no-brainer. You see these data sets get to those high probability levels, they reverse immediately or go sideways, pull themselves back into the distribution, and either find support on some of those lower distribution levels while hidden bull div, right? If it's a bull move, is building for the next move up, and then it might run back up to the 95.4, the 99.7. Who knows? We've seen a lot of different things happen, but that's how we go at these markets. Let me see here. Boop. Remove those 2 little lines. I don't draw much on my charts. Let's see. You know what I didn't do yesterday, or any day this week? I did not look at the new weekly on Bitcoin. What we got here? It looks better than it did, I'll tell you that. Let me see here. Here's how much those creditors. Yeah, we don't give a shit. Yeah, we know. Crypto's scammy at best. I would not be leaving funds on any of these exchanges. Get yourself a hardware wallet. If you're going to trade the markets, make a deposit in the morning. Trade the freaking markets. Pull it off at night. You are playing with fire leaving. And I am a crypto enthusiast backer from a long time. In 2016. So, it's not like I'm trying to fucking put a bad spin on crypto. It's... There's a lot of bad actors, though. A lot of bad actors. We just got done dealing with that dickhead Sam, right? Took down the crypto market. Everybody knows what I think about that. If we think that guy actually did, this goes way higher than Sam Bankman-Fried. They're for years, especially after this last bull run. They're like, we gotta control this crypto market. We gotta do something. This thing's flying. You know, they did, man. They did for sure.
Yep.
They found the way. Threw us all in put a monkey wrench in everybody's plans. I mean, look at the outlier on the weekly. All right, that was a no-brainer. Probably started the week before. Yeah, that was a no-brainer. Get in now. You start to see an outlier on the weekly. Woo! It's party time. Just have patience. Just have patience. The Fishers still look strong. DLP right now setting up some bear div. I like on the returns oscillator that, I mean, from this last local high here, there is no div. But you want to go all the way back, right? We got a little bit of hidden bear. And there's the market open.
Ding.
Ching ching. Run! Let's see here. So yeah, a lot of things pulled back. Netflix is not one of them. It's starting to now. Way outside. What's it? Oh my goodness. So Netflix gapped up from the center of its 68.3 Laplace distribution range through the first standard deviation, that's at Blue Cross, through the 95.4 Laplace distribution range, all the way to, I'm pretty sure there's a 2SD right under here at 335. Yeah, 335.91. So Netflix pre-market, and actually it was post-market last night that did all the big move, up above second standard deviation. So right now, here's the Laplace distribution. There's a 95.4% chance that this is daily, right? Because right now, the daily candle is above. This is a 15, but hey, and the daily candle is up here right now. So there's a 95.4% chance this daily candle closes inside 331. Here's normal distribution, right? Here's 68.3. Here's the first standard deviation normal distribution. So there's a 68.3% chance it pulls back inside 326. So we'll see. And then if we're talking Laplace distribution, there's a 68.3% chance the Netflix data set closes in this little range right here. Top side's at what? 318.95. Bottom side 313.14. So yeah, we'll see what happens. I wouldn't be a bit surprised this comes slamming right back down into reality. The dollar. We're gonna have to see what happens. The dollar's finding a little bit of support on the bottom of the weekly range here. So like I just said, you get up here, you start closing some 15-minute candles, especially above the center. You close a 15-minute candle up here above like 102.7, the dollar. This thing could definitely have a 95.4 Laplace, second standard deviation run today, and you will most likely see these markets dump out a bit. Right? We know what happens when the dollar gains strength. You're going to have a weak market. Not all of them. There's always outliers, especially now. Crypto's different. Crypto is all correlated, most of it. Very rarely, you'll have some little shitcoin outliers that are just pumped. There's so many pump and dumps and crap. But when it comes to the stock market, man, oh man, oh man. You know, there's a lot of stuff that's not. That's why it's good to know about correlation, right? You want to know. Especially like if you're trading a stock that's also that's in the the S&P or whatever, you want to see, okay, hey, this stock is in the S&P. Is it correlated with the S&P though? These are good things to really learn. Then you know, okay, this is a bucker, right? This thing's gonna buck the fucking trend, man. All right, let's see here. Airbnb giving up its little late rally at the end of the day.
Cashing on the minis.
Yeah. Yep.
Bounced right off the week. That's 2 or whatever that is, I think. S1, R1.
The old minis. We like our minis. Got a tight range on the S&P minis. Tight. Fairly tight on the NASDAQs, but the NASDAQ has been rejecting off the center of the weekly. I mean, bam, rejection. Right down to the bottom of the daily range. Didn't close a candle below the bottom. Right, and these are volatility ranges. Boom. Here's the top side, bottom side. And we know, people that have been using this indicator, you can really tell if it's going to be a trending or a ranging day by how wide these ranges are. And that goes right up the level. Daily, weekly, monthly. You get tight daily, weekly, monthlies, look out, man. If you open up a new month and a new week at the same time, and then that day and everything's tight, you could get a massive pump or dump. Massive. So yeah. But let me see here. Where's the S&P? Yeah, the weekly of the S&P. This is my man. I'll tell you what. The S&P minis, I mean, man, there is so much overhead resistance on this volatility. But you've got the weekly above the monthly. That's what you... If freaking the S&P minis can get up in this weekly range up here, I mean, it's close to 4 4K, let's see, 39.57. We could see some fireworks, but getting above the center of this monthly is going to be a workout for sure. I mean, NASDAQ set up too. It just has to get up above. You can see here's the top of the weekly. Here's the top of the monthly. They're just within each other, but weekly is higher than monthly. So yeah, these E-minis get up here. Everything else could follow, but the dollar is, man, it's trying hard to get up here. Dollar's working on the same thing, right? It's got this overhead resistance, at least the weekly. Wait a minute, where is that? Is that a tiny ass month? Oh yeah, that monthly's way up here. That's right. Yeah, the dollar. Ugh. But we've watched this happen over like the last 6 weeks of how this all this overhead volatility flip around, and now you got the daily below the weekly below the monthly, so the dollar is showing weakness. But we'll see what happens. I mean, I've seen setups like this just flip so fast, it's crazy. One other reason why, just trade the low time frame volatility. Take your profit, fill your small buckets. At the end of the day, you're like, damn, that bucket got pretty damn big.
Right.
You don't realize it while you're trading. But if you're using the correct tools and you're scalping in and out on this volatility and you're winning, I'll go out on a limb and say 7 out of 10 trades, right? Some of us are more than that.
Mm-hmm.
But those buckets fill up real fast. I'm taking those little scalps. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, the way I look at it is, when you're learning to trade this stuff, you should be aiming to win at least one standard deviation of your trades, right? You should be able to win 68.3% of your trades. Otherwise, what are you doing? When you have the tools, they'll literally show you where to enter and exit at a standard deviation. You should be able to take those trades and get in and out. And if you have the right position size on an asset you can afford to trade and get profits on,
oof.
Well, then that's a minimum target you can easily shoot for. Just don't be greedy. Take profits at one standard deviation. When you have the right percentage, profit, get out. And then you can, start racking up easy, a much less stressful trading time.
Yeah,
basically.
what he said.
Yeah, I mean, it's a goal. It's a realistic goal. A lot of people can achieve, I think. Win one standard deviation of your trade at the bare minimum. Once you're doing that, then you can call yourself a trader.
Yeah. Just thinking if there's any info about this Netflix call. There's not on the news on the ticker. Wow. Jeez. Earnings were not good for Netflix, man.
Right, but they moved up. That was yesterday's earnings, right? They moved. They had a. I mean, they had that nice move.
That was last night at 6 p.m.
Right.
Had the earnings call. That's what I'm
despite
saying. Even though earnings are bad, yeah. I mean, it's like,
right.
Well, whose aren't? Fuck, all these companies went through this fucking bullshit COVID crap that everybody's finally starting to realize was a total crock of shit to take down our fucking economy.
I mean, it's also par for the course when earnings are good on certain companies, and then the profits go down because then they're like, well, they didn't earn enough. But when earnings are bad, then it's good because it means that they're going to have to lower their costs and lay off workers and reduce bloat and all this stuff. So people think that that's good.
And it was a good forecast, I'm sure, and that's what. Yeah.
Yeah, it was not.
Dude, it's got an 8-point move already here in this thing.
What are we talking? Netflix?
Netflix, man.
Oh yeah.
I was watching the options. The 340 call, today's 340 call just went from 280 to 550. Like,
ding.
20 minutes, man.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's too much for my blood.
Here, hold on. Let me put this on. Let me pull up Netflix over here and see what's happening. Wow. Where are you, little booger? There you are. Yeah, 340, huh? Jesus. Power move. Setting up some bear div though, but man, everything looking. Volatility totally contracted on the weekly right now. Totally contracted. Random price action was negatively correlated majority of the way. This is on the 5. I thought this on the 10. Well, yeah. Here, watch this. Let's pull this up. Let's change this to a 10. Contracting volatility, negatively correlated. Since the baby just been rise, just floating. Starting to have an outlier to the top side. The variance kind of limping over a little bit, but yeah, man. What's it gonna do? Z-score is pretty high. Didn't have an outlier into these upper confidence intervals though. This is usually, you get an outlier, boom, that powerful move with the returns, you're usually going to make your way back down to the bottom. Most times with another outlier. And you can see what happened. And this is it right here. I mean, look at the log return Z-score. Right? I mean, this thing's steadily coming out. I mean, hell, this move is still coming down. This is what builds divs. And you understand there's divergence between the price action and returns. Like, let's see here. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, I mean, look at this whole move from over here, right? Before this dump out on the weekly. Jesus, that's massive. All lower highs, right? All lower highs. Finally get the spill out. Let's see, which is kind of tricky because, man, these things were bumping up above the zero mean. But yeah, that's where you go down the lower time frames. All over it. Div all over the place. That's the divergence that moves these markets between price action and returns. You gonna read that in a book somewhere? No. Probably not.
Yep, probably not.
But it's coming right out of the trader's mouth that uses these things, understands these markets, and it's very, very apparent that that's exactly what's going on. And it's just that imbalance in buy and sell pressure. For sure. You know, you got the bulls or the bears, just lay down. Let that other side exert all their juice, man. They're just building up their storehouse.
See where it went to, man? Right to the R1, man. Like a magnet.
Are we talking
Netflix? Though.
Netflix? Let me go over here.
Yeah, like a magnet.
Oh, you're talking the weekly. Oh, yeah. Right to it. Wick right to the weekly R1. But this baby, I mean, here's the 3SD up here. What, 347? Good Lord. That's a powerful move. Powerful move on the day. Especially for a stock, man. You see crypto do it all the time. See crypto do it all the time. I tell you, man, these markets, wow. Bitcoin's even getting a little chubby right now. Solana. Yeah, if the dollar rejects her from the 1SD, could get real interesting. You can get some nice little moves. Nice little moves to the top side. Yeah, my Netflix trade. Have to see what to do with that. What expiration did I get in? I think I'm actually good. Oh, yeah, that's way out in March. Nice. Good. Because I don't know, man. I'm all for a bull market return, but I don't see it. I really don't.
Well,
short term.
This morning, raised 3 more times this year.
Oh, right.
I can't see how that's bullish.
It's not, right? Yeah, not at all.
I don't know.
A little hopium.
Exactly.
Yeah, this is gonna get wacky. Oh, here's a big dog. Let me let this coyote get in. Come on, man. Hey, get in here. No, come on. Oh, you little shit. He's so funny. It's like, I'm not done out here. Funny dog. Okay, let's see here. We got any specific asset anybody wants to look at that's in the chat. We can just pop it right in the Alpha Voice chat. We go over there. Has there been any chatter in here this morning? Yes. Oh, nice. Nice. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, cool. Yep, good to have you here, my man. Good to have you here. Let's see. Excuse me. Let's pop Netflix. Turn off that. This is what I want to see. There's Netflix on the RMLR. Yeah, for new people, this indicator will get you excited. Traditional, where are you, Netflix? Boom. Holy mercy. No, it's not a star chart. This is the reverse mean of log returns. Wow, Netflix is shot right above the RMLR on that move. It was almost down to the 33 power mean yesterday. Then earnings and boop, popped right up. This isn't holding though. No way. I just don't see it. Not these current market conditions. And is what I do see happening. If we go over here, throw this on the dollar. Put this baby back up on a weekly. I did, man. This thing is setting up some bull div, man. The dollar's not done. The dollar is not done. I mean, look at the Z-score. The Z-score setting up some bull div. Returns oscillator is up above the zero mean. I mean, you get a bounce from here with that, with bull div from literally almost the top of this move coming down. Wow. And especially look at the outlier on the dollar. I mean, that thing that started below the confidence intervals of the top side and ran all the way down through. That's strong for like a massive rebound back to the top side. Especially, it looks like the trend to the downside. Boy, it tried to end a couple weeks ago. Now it's heading back up in the randomness. It's still trending, but look at the volatility starting to expand. Right, volatility starting to expand. Nice expansion too. Nice and not too strong, not too soft. I like it. And it's shifting, negatively correlated. Still significantly positive, but the slope is starting to come down. Let's see, close of this week. You see this thing lose its significant correlation to the top side and really, and then at the opening, really start sloping hard negative with the expansion. I mean, this thing can continue down, but if this correlation flips back up positive, man, this dollar is going to run hard to the top side. Probably back up to those highs again, man. What was that at? 108 or something. No, 112, 114. Jesus, yeah, the dollar wreaked havoc on these markets, man. Holy crap. Holy crap. Now let's look at the daily. Here. Yeah. Look at the bull div. Same thing though. Right now we're getting some expansion negatively correlated. So until that all turns around, the dollar is gonna get beaten back. Here, see what's happening right now. Yeah, can't get by the 1SD. It's up in the weekly range though, but it's gonna struggle if these volatility reads don't change. Let me see. It's gonna be 4 hour. 4 hours starting to have an outlier to the top side. And long term, was there long term just bull div, just slowly building. Yeah, when you get a low like this, and these are all higher lows, for sure it is. You haven't seen it played out. And now on the 4 hour, all the fishers are up. The predictors to the top side. If this drops in the trend, yeah, contracting volatility, negatively correlated. You're gonna walk up. Price action will walk up. Good stuff. Dollar might start showing some strength again, but it's got to get above this weekly range. It's not going to do shit until it gets back up above like 102, 103, right up in this area. Then we could see some fireworks. Yes, we could. Where's that monthly again? It's way up there, isn't it? Yep, there's the bottom of the monthly. I'm telling you, that would shake shit up just going to almost 104. You will definitely see some shit spin around and dump. What's a VIX doing? Down a little bit. Okay. Bitcoin likes it. Bitcoin's back in its 68.3 or no. Hold on here. Yeah, back up. Almost did do. I mean, there's the wick. There's the low on the daily for Bitcoin, right? Where'd the wick go to the dollar? First standard deviation, normal distribution. Why? Well, that the algos trade the maths, trade the probabilities. And it did not close a 15-minute candle to the bottom side of the daily range. You see this? Boom. Then you see the sideways action and finding that support. This was a no-brainer, this little move right here. It's not that much. I mean, what do we got? 29. Yeah, about $300. But when we're talking about scalping, it's good times. Good times indeed. Let's see here. But yeah, back to Netflix and this RMLR. I got sidetracked. I always do. You can see the RMLR2, the predictor. I mean, it was to the downside, but it's giving you that warning signal that this thing could flip around and move to the top side. Oh God, this is Jesus. Give me a break. Hold on here. Buy Netflix. There's the dollar. Yep, I was just looking at the Netflix chart like it was the dollar. Got a knucklehead. All right. Wow. Where's this 33 power means up there? Boom, right that area. That is the bottom of the monthly range too. 103.7 area. It's right in there. Would not be shocked at all to see this happen, especially if it finds support on this RMLR. Where's the 11 length? Let's pop this baby on. Yeah, it's above both. The predictors on both though. I mean, this is a daily. R still to the downside. This will be interesting to see what happens. I mean, you get a strong move here. I mean, hell, on the daily, 2 SD for the dollar is right at the 3 SD band of the RMLR. So, if that thing were to run up today, oh, it's going to reject. It'd probably reject pretty hard there, I would imagine. But if I do see that happen, this is kind of a no-brainer. Going back to this 33 power mean, about the weekly. Where's this thing? Jeez, oh, that's right. It's blown out hard. Yeah, we know what happens here, right? We're down here at the 2 SD band. It was flirting with the 3 SD band. It came down. What happened immediately, right? You get down here. I mean, this thing, it wants to stick to this 33 power mean, right? And you can see it dump out, but it did. It pulled back up. I mean, first you get a wick up to the bottom side of the 2 SD band, and it ends up closing, or gets back to where it opened, closed down below. Of course, we get the dump out, the continuation. That was a no-brainer. But being down here, and do I think the dollar's going to make a move down here this far? Not really, man. Not really. I was talking about 100 maybe, but down here, 95, 96 area, I don't see it happening. I see it probably mean reverting from here. 2 SD band, that's where a lot of mean reversions happen. And I'll tell you what, if it not only mean reverts to the 33 power mean that's at 107, it gets up above here on the weekly, man, this thing's going to scream up to the RMLR. I mean, that's why we put bands on everything, right? We know this is an outlier, right? Straight up, second standard deviation. So high probability that it mean reverts. We've got the 33 up here, even 107. That's powerful. That'll shake the markets up real nice. Real nice indeed. What else can we throw on here? What else I wanted to look at? Let's see. Okay. All right, I just saw it. Let's see. What is that? Fubo. Boom. All right, let's take a look here at Fubo. Returns oscillator starting to set up some hidden bear. Now this is on a 4-hour. I want to see the daily. Daily log return Z-score is getting high too, but at the same time is setting up. I mean, on the daily, right? Setting up this hidden bull div. Yes, it is. Higher lows. Lower lows. All the fissures are above the mean of the bands. I mean, the predictor is to the downside, though, on the daily. It's volatility doing? Starting to contract from some highs up here around pretty much 100 percentile. Starting to contract, and it's sloping positive. So I'm going to have to fucking let this thing... Let me see here. Weekly? Yeah. The weekly fissures are definitely starting to turn up, but there are some definitely, you got the returns oscillator up here turning down at the 2 SD band, setting up some hidden bear divergence. Let's see, positively correlated contracting volatility, will walk price action down. Yeah, this weekly candle, huh? Very interesting. More though. Fuck, I was on I meant to go to the 5-day. Yep, same thing. 5-day. Hidden bear, setting up, contracting volatility, positively correlated, heading back into randomness. The predictor is to the top side still, but I don't know. Especially if this Z-score has just been up here for a while. Had an outlier that got into these confidence intervals too. I mean, there's no doubt on this 5-day. This Z-score will, this log return Z-score is going to make its way back down to the downside. Like I said, that doesn't mean price action has to follow. Especially like on this returns oscillator read. I mean, we're starting to get a little bit of a blue, yeah. We're starting to get a little correlation. That's what the blue candle underneath is telling us. Yes, it is. Just like right here, and this thing's rising, it's negatively correlated. Well, look at the doji it left behind. All right. So for a strong move on the returns oscillator, price action was like, nah, we're very indecisive at the moment. It's like, okay, you don't have to follow, but you will at some point. And did it? Look at next week. Sure did. Whoop! Followed the returns right to the top. Let's see here. Let's go low. Let me turn off.
Yeah. Black God, you can see, well, on our VRE tool, if you look at that asset on the VRE tool, you can see some very nice targeting areas there. You're saying you're thinking of buying a certain area. You could definitely look at the VRE of that, and then you would know what of the volatility of price levels and the Laplace distribution levels and the normal distribution levels all in one screen. It would show you what is a likely entry and exit target, as well as you could just use the volatility bands or just the AVP itself and the alpha trading Pearson correlation together. That would show you as well. And so would the alpha volatility quality score, which is a freely available indicator.
Let's see here. Yeah, see what he just put. And I see you're thinking about buying at 180. And that's what we try not to do. I mean, so what are you going by, data sets, or are you looking for some support? Let me see something real quick. Fubo. Let's put Fubo. Where are we at? Who can I take off?
Support. Buy pressure, basically.
Let's yeah, Solana, love you, buddy, but we're gonna throw on old.
Yeah, it's always possible. That's why we look at the probability. It is possible that it tanks. You're right, Black God. That's why we look at probabilities and statistics, and it gives us a very good idea. Volatility and correlation will show us the very probable direction based on the tendencies that they do.
So like today, for instance, 95.4 Laplace. Yeah, that would be like 180 if it happened today. Would definitely. It's pretty much right on. These two little white crosses right here. That's a 95.4 Laplace distribution range. It's actually below this weekly support level, 184. I mean, if you are interested in buying, it might be you might get a wick down into here. But as far as daily closing down there, I highly doubt it. This would be more like 184. But I looked at the low time frames. It doesn't look like it's going to get down there today, because there is some low time frame stuff going on where it's probably going to move the top side. Here's a 33 right here. I mean, Z-score. Look at this outlier, top to bottom. Boom, boom. This thing's definitely working its way back up. Look at the bull div at the bottom. Bam, 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 bam. And all these points. This is all bull div, and you're getting the last bounce right here. This is the 33-minute though. So going into today, I see this bad boy probably, let's see. I mean, it's beating on the door right now. Is that the top of the weekly? Yeah. So it's in its weekly range. So just sent a wick right to the top of the weekly, shied it by just a couple cents, not even, hell, half a penny. But here's the center of the monthly. This has got a lot of overhead resistance, man. So yeah. But as far as today, could close up here around like 213 or something. Maybe at least give another run at it. What'd the 15-minute look like? Let's see. Boing.
You got a random walk there on that. On the time frame you were just showing before, it was on a random walk.
Right.
So, and it's still random to the upside, but before it was ran into the downside, or I should say the trend was weakening, and the correlation was increasing positively. So that's good.
15 minute. I mean, it was having an outlier to the top side. It's flipped to the downside. You can see, look at this 15-minute candle, man. There's nothing but a wick left up here. And you've got the volatility went to about a 76, and now it's flat, positively correlated. You see this thing contract, which this next candle probably is gonna. Price action's kind of fucking giving a little foreshadow here, because you sent a wick. I mean, geez. I mean, pre-market. All right, pre-market went all the way to the 99.7 Laplace and sent a wick above the 95.4, pretty much almost at the 99.7 again. Now, whoop, right back into, came right back into the 68.3. Now it's moving to the downside. Where are these at? 197. Let's take a peek over here on the 33. 189. Yeah, the 3 SD bands are right at 180. Right at 180. But yeah, I see this thing sticking in this month or this weekly range. Might just get range bound right in here, in between, like pretty much $2, 212. Good range in here today. But overall, definitely looks like it's coming down. Definitely looks like it's coming down. I wouldn't be getting my short pants on today per se, but or looking for an entry today, unless it does just spill out. And I do like that area down there. And I don't know, that's the thing either. I don't need to know any news. I don't need to know about what the hell this stock, what sector. It doesn't matter, especially in stocks, because these things, a lot of them aren't correlated with each other. So all I need is the VEPS, because literally the volatility creates the news. That's where people get all confused. They think news creates volatility. No, it doesn't at all.
Yeah.
The volatility is going to tell you whether the news is going to be good or bad. It gives you a little bit of a,
Yeah. News only tells you what did happen. It's not tradable, really. I mean, 99% of the time, even more.
Yeah.
It's just not a useful piece of information to trade. And if you happen to be on a piece of news that might give you a little bit of time to lead in on a trade, that is an extremely rare event, and you would have been better off spending the other 100 trades actually getting in and out of profitable trades rather than waiting for that one piece of news that you might be able to exploit. And really, it's just not usually worth it.
right.
Especially if it's market related news, because like when it's like housing reports or retail reports or CPI or anything, all that stuff is priced in. We all know what the effects of these things generally are to the upside and the downside. We all know what the outliers are. We all know what the rare occurrences are when they do the opposite of what they're supposed to normally do. It's all priced in. Like every potential outcome of these reports, these economic reports, as useful as they are, is playing out theater. What really matters is what's happening on the charts, right? And the VEPS is what shows you what's actually going to happen in the current and next candles. And that's what you want, the leading information as much as possible. So on the retail side, the best information you can possibly get access to is what we're looking at right here, the volatility and the entropy. Those are the things that will tell you where things are likely to go. And there's just nothing else out there that does that. Not for retail anyway.
Right. Love that thumb. Just gave you a little clap on that, dude. That's perfect. Just to have something standard to use all the time on TV, that's fucking great, man. That looks really good.
Cool.
Yep, love it. What else? Got something coming across my phone. Spam. Man, don't be messing with me. I'll sick my dogs on you. Oh yeah, no, it's for Tasty. Oh, you have an options trade expiring today. Yeah, I'm fucking fully aware of it. It was Tesla. Fucking shanked me. Elon rammed me. I got rammed by the Elon.
No.
He can ram me all he wants if he wants to fucking give me a bill. Quick Billy. He only just lost what? How much? His wealth got crushed. You think that was... Dude. They trying to put a cap on Elon, man. He's going up against like some very, very, very powerful people. Some of the shit he's saying and doing, it's like, whoa, bro. Hope you got bodyguards, man. You're gonna end up getting Clintoned.
Here's what he does, and I wouldn't worry about him. He's still an asset to the U.S. government. Doesn't matter if they
Well,
invite him
because
to
the
the
whole
White
China
House.
thing, yeah, man.
Yeah, he's still an asset for the U.S. Well, VLTA. Black Guy was asking us about VLTA. They say
VLTA.
come down to 41.4177. Let's see. Let's have a quick look. VLTA.
VLTA. Volta. Well, Volta's been on a fucking little bit of a run here.
Yeah, it did.
Holy shit.
Boy.
Boy, oh boy,
Yeah.
man. This thing's setting up some nasty bear div, though. The Fishers are starting to turn down on the daily. And look at this bear div. This whole run.
Yeah.
Don't be surprised if this thing comes screaming down.
Yeah.
We got some news here. Just earnings. Thursday. I don't know. Layoffs. Yeah, there are layoffs everywhere. And the Z score is really high. Yeah, this thing's going to come down. No doubt. See what this volatility is doing. Flat, positively correlated. Man, I saw this in a couple of these assets. This is fucking weird, man. Breaking trend finally. See the entropy starting to turn up. Entropy is starting to turn up. I would be looking on the daily, maybe especially if this thing turns down. What's this look like on the? Let's see. VLTA. Where are you? Yeah. Put this on. Holy shit. Not a lot of, I can tell you right out the gate, there's not a lot of lick in this thing. I mean, it doesn't take a brain surgeon to see that.
Yeah.
But this is, what the heck? Let's see here. Where are we? Is that the top of the monthly and the weekly together? No. I mean, this thing blew out those ranges, though. Holy shit. Yeah, this move is done, man. Is that the weekly? 1, 2. Where's the 3 at? Where are you? God, that high? I don't know, man. It's got room to run. Top is 0.96. And this is the top of the weekly volatility range. You don't escape that very often at all. And plus, that's also a... 1 SD. Yeah, 1 SD on the daily. 1 SD, man, look at these tight ranges. Yeah, see, this is what, when you have like a liquidity, what's a liquidity on this thing? Let me see something real quick. Oh yeah, what? 629K. So not a lot. But you got these tight ranges, man. But look at this. I mean, look at the price action yesterday. This shit just went sideways. You see something like this on, some high liquidity stocks, this thing's going to fly. It is going to fly big time. Look at Netflix. All right? Tight range, man. The thing, boom, boom, boom. Then just at the end of the day, it showed that volatility. Let's see. Yeah, this is kind of hard to read. It really is. I'll tell you what, though, man. Look how tight the daily range is. I mean, the entire daily range. That's just showing you right there. There's not a lot of volume in this thing, man. Not that I give a shit about volume, but when it comes to really reading these, seeing if there's going to be any big moves, I don't see it. This thing's like stuck, ready to dump now. Because that's unsustainable, what I'm seeing on the returns oscillator, for sure. I mean, from the last local high to this high, there was no bear div. But look at just lately. Right, this thing kept running as the returns are like, yeah, returns were coming down, and it dipped below the zero mean, got one little ray of hope, and then whoop, on the open, dumped down below. I mean, that's some strong bear div. I wouldn't be a bit surprised to see this thing at the bottom of the daily range today. I mean, there's just no liquidity in it. Yeah, you could see this thing down at another three points or something. Down here to like 83.
I don't know how you're looking up support. You say you're confused on support for it, VLTA. The support is really just buy pressure, right? And the resistance is just sell pressure. So I don't know what you're doing to mark off or to look at your support you're using, but we're using distribution levels. So, and those distribution levels are standard deviation and Laplace distribution and volatility of price. So if you're looking at something like that, then you'll see a good you'll see a good read on where there are logical support, what you call support levels. But we're looking here at volatility of price and standard distribution and the cost distribution.
Oh, I forgot that trade I got in. Wow. Is P-Funk still in here? He's gonna be proud of me. I went for it. I didn't go to the futures, but I did throw a trade in on gas.
Oh, right on, man.
I had to, man. I had to get this trade in. There's so much bull div and shit going on, and that's United States Natural Gas Fund, UNG. Yep, UNG.
Yeah,
Nice.
Yeah, I threw. It just looks bullish as shit to me. I did a call spread. Let me see here. Bought the 11, sold the 18, but that's all the way out March expiration. So I got some time. Got some time to let this thing work.
Yeah. I mean, it's beat down, man.
Just beat, especially. It's just like, what the fuck is happening? I know there's a lot of shit overseas going on with the natural gas and crap.
Right.
No, but it's actually, that stuff overseas is good for U.S. natural gas.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like, really good.
Yeah, that's kind of where I was going with it. It's got to be.
Oh, yeah.
U.S. got a lot more contracts because that whole Nord Stream pipeline blow up. A lot. Pretty much all of Europe now buys from the U.S. and they stopped buying from Russia. So.
High inventories too, man. You're just scanning. I'm just looking. Any news? No.
Bitcoin having a nice little trending move on these 15 minutes. It's been a nice trending day so far. I mean, it's a 0.5% wide on the VRE width, so to be expected. We've had some nice trending moves to the downside and to the upside.
Right.
Doing its thing, following along, and the direction predictors on the RMLR have been spot on as usual.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. I mean, they can come back down to 0.41. Wow, that's a hell of a move. Let me go back to that.
Oh.
He's talking about 0.41, huh? Talking about that thing really selling off. Well, hell, if you're that confident, man, I'll put my short pants on.
I mean, he's pretty specific, 0.4177.
I know, right? Hey, I like that.
Yeah.
Man, it knows what he wants.
Yeah.
Back on this daily. Yeah. He's kind of, you're just, I mean, you're looking at like price action data sets and stuff. It's not support and resistance at all. Like Yasha was talking about, we use like distribution levels, especially weekly, monthly. You know what? Let's throw VLT over here. Let's see what's up. VLTA.
Oh boy.
What's this on?
Look at
Weekly? Fuck, I'm not getting a lot of. Yeah, you're almost running to a weekly 95 for Laplace.
It's a new asset, isn't it? How new is it?
Fairly new.
It's just getting reads now on the arm. Yeah, look at that.
August.
Something.
August of 21.
Yeah, relatively.
Hey, I mean, literally been selling off ever since.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if we're down here and you're thinking,
and it did tap that second RMLR band down, so it was obvious a good place to try, especially when I had that wick up on that candle.
Yeah.
To go for a walk from there and see it pump above the RMLR.
I mean, on the weekly, that's a 95 for Laplace to the downside, 41.
Mm-hmm.
But it's also, I mean, I see you're probably looking at the bottom of this data set right here, which is definitely not support. It's all these distribution levels. And we usually go, that's why we don't get in like, I do two different things. I might invest in something. I don't even give a shit. I don't even look at the charts. I like this.
Right.
In the future, this is going somewhere. And I'll just invest. But when it comes to trading, it's by day. I'm looking at these distribution levels by day. For sure.
Yeah.
Now, could I see this 33 power mean get retested? Sure. It's down there at 48. But then the RMLR, that's at 30. And that's at the lows. The lows. I don't see that. I definitely see this thing possibly with what I just saw on the other charts, definitely coming down to revisit like the 50 cent area.
Yeah. Especially if the power meter continues to rise.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
Let me see here.
I mean, you can see right there, those power meters are very strong to the upside and the downside. So.
Oh,
Or you
Jeez.
invested in it, right?
Plug in my ledger. Jesus, these guys are voting on something in the Dow. I gotta throw a vote in. Let's see here. Catalina Dow, baby! So anyway, let's see. What are we doing?
NFT DJ in the house.
It's like, oh, I know. Wait till this news drops. Wish I could.
Something told me it's going to be marvelous.
Dude. It's even going to impress you. It hasn't been done at this level, right? Everybody's trying to bridge Web 3 if Web 2, right? Especially in the entertainment industry. Well, got a news flash for you. It's been bridged. It's been bridged, and when everybody sees who this partner is, and everybody already knows it's music, and we have been like today. I'm pretty sure Misha's going to drop some photos. They're in the studio. They're in the studio right now recording. Put it that way. This is going to be this is definitely going to blow the top off the NFT market. People are going to be like, "Oh, those guys at Catalina are really builders." It's like, yeah, dude. Maybe you should research these guys. That's what I tell everybody. Research. See what these guys have done in the entertainment industry. They're not a bunch of simps, man. They're putting work in, baby. I go natural gas up a little bit. Tesla, what are you doing? P&L on the day, my ass.
Not guitar tuning advice.
Not guitar tuning advice. Oh yeah, I was doing something here. Hold on. Where is... Gotta load up wallet. Yeah, we might have to get one of these set up for the Alpha DAO. It's pretty cool. All the governance and shit, and I like it. Ledger 1, yes. Okay, now I'm going to go to Catalina DAO real quick. Yeah, and where's MJ? I do like having this Trading View app so I can do something off screen.
Are you on Trading View now?
Just the app, not the desktop. I got the app up.
No, but I mean, are you streaming on it?
No, we got to figure that out. Something's going on with the Alpha Trading.
Yeah, they're doing weird things with their TV streams right now. We'll figure it out.
Yep.
Not particularly concerned about it. Yeah. Couldn't stream on there this morning, so. Whatever.
Boom. 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 Boom.
We shall overcome.
Vote yes. Vote yes. That's why I love it too. I use my ledger address too, so nobody can get in and dick around if there was a way to hack into this shit. So I can cast my votes, but then you gotta verify it on your ledger. Boom! Done, gentlemen.
You cast your vote in a democratic format.
Yes, I did, sir. I have voted. I have voted. Now, do I have... Let me pop this telegram up real quick. Tell these boys I just voted. Where's Andy? Andy's sleepy. He's seeping. Yeah, it's on middle
What
of
is
the
he
night.
crazy? Outside, check out CNET. That stock's been bonkers today. Last I saw was up 390%.
T.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm back. Yeah, VLT wants to invest. Yeah, man. I'd wait for a little pullback. This thing's definitely going to come back. But yeah, that's enough on that. All these, especially, man, you see these other two fishers turn down here in the next couple of days. You're going to see this bear div play out, and that's steep, man. You pull up this returns oscillator, Jesus. Hello.
Yeah.
And it's starting to get some positive correlation. You're going to start seeing this price action zoom to the downside. And, you know, especially I mean, you got the Z-score was up here at almost a 99% confidence interval, almost halfway through the move or whatever, about halfway through the move. It just went sideways. It just kept rising. I mean, even that's showing some weak bear, but this is some strong bear div. These other two fishers, they turn down. The entropy get back up. You see the predictor flipped. It's going to be party time. And you're either going to see this correlation stay positive with contracting volatility from a 60 percentile read, or you're going to see it just, boom, expand and go negative on the drop. Or it bucks a trend, man. You never know. You never know. But that's, you start to learn real fast. You got to trust these indicators. But at the same time, we're on these high time frames. You got to be able to use a workflow to drop down in here to make sure what you're seeing. And see, so still right now, I mean, this variance, the variance dropped negatively correlated. That's just holding this PA up for sure. 100%. Even the fishers don't even, but look. The predictor on the 4-hour flipped. So then I'm looking on the daily. Hasn't flipped yet. It will. It's coming. It's coming. But this isn't, it's not like you're going to see like those low numbers here anytime real soon. I mean, I don't see this thing dumping out hard. You never know though. Depends on who's holding some big bags. Let's take that profit. We'll see. Hold on. I got to do something for a second. I'll be right back.
GNS. Wow. Dude, GNS. That one easy. You saw that one?
Yeah, it's insane. We were talking about it on my other room yesterday, man. Guys, like, just take a little shot in it. It's up for
yeah, that's crazy.
Just a little shot, yeah. Dude, it went to 545 or 550.
Yeah, like last week or the start of this week, it was, or last week, it was like in the 39-cent region. And since then, it's
it's like 700. There you go.
Yeah, something crazy, more than 10x or something. Right before it popped up above the power mean, and then zoom.
All the bag holders will get in them right here.
Well, everybody's selling off on the day, so.
Yep. And everybody will own this 4+. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, that kind of returns, just get out, take your profits, go on to the next
thing. Buying it here, come on, you know what I mean? This is
right. But that's the thing is retail will, right? Because they're going to look at that.
Exactly.
Like, oh, it pumped. It must be going up now. Like, look at where it is on the returns. Look at where it is on the outliers. Look where it is on the bands, et cetera, et cetera. You're very clear, but
I got to see that because it's going to go to 50. It's up from 39 cents to $5. You know what I mean? In 3 days.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like you 10x in a couple of days. Right. You're sitting with that thing. You're being greedy.
That's exactly, Yash. That's the point. And now you'll have everybody stuck in this thing forever. You know.
Yep. Oh, I should have gotten that when it was above $3. Oh, I should have gotten that when it was above $2.75, $2.50, $2. Get out! Take your damn profit.
Yeah, exactly, man. Wow.
We'll go back down to 50 cents. Oh, I lost all my money. I was leveraged. I got wrecked. Yeah, well, shouldn't have been in a leverage trade to begin with. And second of all, definitely you should have taken your profits when you were in the green.
Yeah.
Right.
Crazy.
That's crazy, man. That's a crazy move.
What stock?
Genius Group, GNS.
GNS. Oh yeah. How many geniuses are going to get wrecked trading this thing?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Look at the big brains on that.
What the fuck even is this? What sector?
A stonk.
What the fuck?
Sector.
Yeah.
101.
It's Genius Group Limited. Who knows what's...
Yeah, I'm trying to see what sector it is. Doesn't say.
It could be any sector.
Yeah, fuck. You're a genius. You know everything.
Yeah, right.
Oh, technology, services, packaged software.
Yeah, I see that. Entrepreneur ed tech. It's educational technology.
Wow.
They aim to disrupt the current education model. When have we not heard that one before? With more than 4 million users, students in 200 countries, blah, 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 blah.
Do these geniuses see this devil dick dropping on their head up here? Holy shit.
Yeah. Reading these things strong by, of course.
Oh my
Like, it's all
goodness.
crazy, so I'm telling you, this thing is going to pull back at some point.
I mean, on the 4 hour, there's no div. There's got to be somewhere here. You go from just nothing to all of a sudden. I mean, what the hell?
It was like 39 cents a week ago, dude. Even less. Like, it was below the power mean. It was like 29
Jesus,
cents.
I mean, there's
That's
just there's
crazy.
definitely some profit taking happening right now. But as far as the indicators, I mean, Jesus, man, there's no div at all. Fishers, look at the fishers.
They
Fishers
offer
are blowing this
tests for
shit out.
education and stuff. And they are based in Singapore. There you go. Roger James
No
Hamilton.
warning signs there.
Yeah, right?
There's
Yeah,
the
with
bear
a guy
div.
Signs.
Roger James Hamilton. Could you pick a more like name?
Crazy. Genius.
He might be great. I don't know.
These
He might be a
motherfuckers are
genius.
geniuses.
Yeah. When you have ostentatious names like that, it's a bit, I don't know. I don't want to touch that.
There's the bear div.
Genius.
33 minute, man. This thing's starting to pull back. 90 minute.
I'll be right back.
Ooh, rejection here. Boom. Yeah. This thing's probably gonna fucking just crush some people.
Put your 401k in it at this point.
Oof. Go all in.
All right. I'm off to the computer store. I need to buy a DVI cable.
Joy. I just
No
go to my
more
cable.
spot.
I go to my cable fucking drawer. I got 1,000 fucking different.
I know. Well, I have I have 3 screens and I got another one laying around. It only takes a DVI cable, so I guess I'm
Mm.
the DVI cable.
Right. Trend still looks pretty strong. Yeah, it's enough of genius. Let's see what's sticking out here. We'll end up on Google. Google. Fuck, of course, we know what Netflix. Netflix still rising. I got faith in you, you shitty shit. I don't want Netflix to just. I don't want to watch Netflix and chill. I want to watch Netflix and dump. Let's see, Apple. Yeah, and you got Google. Google and Netflix were running. Well, Google's finally getting the fuck out of the way of itself, man. It was struggle on the struggle bus for a bit.
Mm-hmm.
It was popping. Yeah, Lyft. Lyft. Look at Lyft go. Hey, I took my profit. Would I still be cranking on the dollars? Yeah, man, I would be. But that's not how we trade. I could care less if this thing goes to $100 right now. I mean, hell, there's probably a trade to get back in on. But as far as that call vertical I was in, yeah, man, got to take the profit. That was one of my big winners. Where the hell did I'll go over here.
Amazon.
I'll go over here. The daily. Boom. Yep.
Amazon, hold up.
That's where I got in. I got in right here. Got in Lyft at about, I think, 1050. Right in this area. That's where I got in on Lyft. And this was a little shaky right here, but I knew it was coming. I mean, indicators don't lie. I was just like, here we go. Let's go, motherfucker. And then, I think I got out at 14. It's a hell of a move, man. It's a hell of a move. So 40% or something. Yeah, that was one of my big profit makers. I think I made like, I was only in it too for not even 2 weeks. I think I profited because it was a defined risks trade, and I think the max profit was like 1,400. Loss was only, I forget, like 220 or something. I think I took $1,200 of profit. So that was nice. That was one of my big winners. That, Amazon, Uber, Nike. That was one of those 7 trades I forgot. Nike. Yeah, the only trade I've lost. I'm in a couple losers right now, though. Obviously. Played the earnings wrong on Netflix, but that's okay. That's why, you got earnings plays. I'm definitely going to use a defined risk trade.
A fairly green day across crypto, man.
Yeah.
All in all.
All in
Nice.
all.
The bubbles showing some nice green bubbles everywhere.
We like that.
Yeah.
Got
I
big
like
dogs out here just raising hell. What is he doing? Yeah, Bitcoin went to the top side of the 68.3 Laplace distribution range, huh? We like it. We like it. What is this dog?
Nexo is up
What hell? What
quite a
time is it?
chunk.
10:30. Yeah, about time for us to wrap
Yeah.
this baby up. What? Oh God, it's Friday. That's right.
It is.
But we are gonna do a stream tomorrow, for sure.
That's the plan anyway.
Yeah, we'll do a stream tomorrow for sure. Last Saturday it did well. And as soon as I get off right now, did you go to the Alpha account? See if you can load a. See if you can put. If it'll let you upload a thumbnail.
Yeah, I'll try.
Because on my personal account, TradingView, all day long, I can set up a stream.
Right.
But on Alpha, it won't even let me do a thumbnail.
Yeah, I'll try.
Yep.
As long as I'm logged in there.
And then we'll get back at it. Yeah, probably same time. We'll do like 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow. We'll see what happens with these markets.
Oh.
I have a feeling crypto's going to get interesting this weekend again. Throw another gap on these silly ass CME traders.
For
sure.
Log in.
So yeah, if you're watching this on YouTube for the first time, we're Alpha Trading. We trade the VEPS, volatility, entropy, probability, and statistics. The link to our Discord's in the description of all our videos. Come in, open up a support ticket, request the free volatility starter pack. All the education inside of the server is free. You will see a lot of people come to your aid if you ask questions in the server. We're not here to make money off retail traders. We're to help them to make money. That's why we get them started. We want to see if this is for you. That's why we give you some free tools to start to learn about volatility. If it's not for you, you can just move along. We're gonna bid you have a good day, man. Right? It's all good. It's not for everybody because this takes some work. But then obviously we do have an indicator package available that is so highly undervalued that won't be for long. It's ridiculous. I mean, for the tools we put together, yeah, very cheap. But you can go in the shop channel anytime you like, see what the prices are for our indicators. And all that being said, wherever you live at on this big, beautiful blue marble, right? Be careful with your size. Small size, spread the risk. Have fun trading. We'll see you tomorrow morning.